Hi, everybody, and welcome back to this series on building a 9-second Ford Territory. This will be the sixth and final episode. I can hear everybody saying "yay," but it'll be a short episode as well because there's nothing much has been done to it. Well, the previous episode we had on it, let's see, there we go here. Sorry about that. We had 590 kilowatts, and then we went up to 610 kilowatts. And how we achieved that was, well, it's going to be a secret. As you can appreciate, on the last episode, when we got the 590 kilowatts, Paul said to me that we've maxed out the turbo and the injectors, and if I replace one, I have to replace the other. And I wasn't prepared to do that. I was happy with where it was at. However, I had a couple ideas in my head, and I've spoken to Geelong Performance Center about it, and they said it's not worth the trouble, and it's, you won't gain anything out of it if you do those couple things, and if you do gain anything out of it, it might only be 1 or 2 kilowatts, so it's not worth the trouble. Anyway, I suppose my Dutch ancestry came out in me, inverted commas, stubborn. And I thought, well, I want to do it anyway and see if it does make any difference. If it doesn't, well, then we've learned something. So now these two things that I've changed are very, very minor changes. Like I said, I was surprised it actually made that much difference. But I've implemented those two changes, and we put it back on a dyno, and as you saw there, we gained another 20 kilowatts from 590 to 610. And as you could appreciate, when you get to a stage of your build and you think you've maxed everything out, and yet you're still able to squeeze another 20 kilowatts out of it, you kind of want to keep those things to yourself. I've been, open and honest about everything in this engine build up until now. These couple little things I just like to keep to myself. So that's it. This is going to be a very short video, and I normally do it, one video at the end of every month. But for those of you that follow me on Instagram and on YouTube, you might have seen last Monday night we had a little mishap on a dyno. I blame Kip from ATP Turbos. He supplied me with the new turbo, and it just makes way too much power. But here we go. But anyway, I've got the car back here. I'm gonna jack it up as high as I can and put car stands underneath it and check out underneath, because the fuel tank is damaged and it's pushed up against the drive shaft, and I have to try to find a new fuel tank shield. But and I'm also going to, these are the wheels and tires I use on the dyno. I always use the same wheels and tires on the dyno, and the same tire pressure and everything. We try to, eliminate any variables. So I'm going to put the street tires back on that I've got. And like I said, I'm keen to show you what the new turbo and injectors did. I think I may have mentioned it that, although I don't want to ruin the surprise. I just want to ruin it. I think I mentioned that we had on a dyno with the new turbo and injectors, and I got nervous when Paul got the 30 psi and I got 650 kilowatts out of it. So I told Paul, let's leave it at that, and he said, well, we kind of had to, because the fuel delivery wasn't keeping up. Wasn't delivering enough fuel. So I had the option of adding a third Peterbilt pump or going mechanical fuel pump, but seeing that I already had, twin Peterbilt Bergs in it, I just opted for getting the third one. So yeah, Geelong Performance Center put that on for me, and last Monday evening we had on a dyno again, and as I said, you probably saw the little mishap we had. Paul's been tuning cars all his working life. That's all he does. That's the first time it broke all four straps. But anyway, I'll do a video on that, and now so this series is up to date as far as the engine build goes. I intend to in the future maybe do another video on just everything else, such as the transmission, torque converter, the rest of the drive line, suspension mods that I've done, brakes, the wheels and tires that I have. I have actually 3 sets of wheels and tires. So I'll just do another video just covering all those things. And as I said in the following videos should just be updates in on the progress that we're doing. I want to get this now to the drags as soon as possible, because I took it up and down the street twice in front of Paul's workshop, and under 3,000 revs, it drives just like an ordinary turbo, I think. But once you go over 3,000 revs, it's like you flick the switch for 3,000 shot of nitrous. It just pushes you back and it keeps you pushed back. So I'll be interested to see what I'll do at the drags, and I'll also show you the dynograph from that Monday evening. It was a long evening. We put the car on the dyno after hours, after 5. And then we stopped for, played around a little bit, then we stopped for have some pizzas, and then went back onto the dyno, and as you can see on the footage from the security camera, it was about just before 9 o'clock when it decided it wanted to leave. And it took us, I don't know, maybe an hour just to get it off, get it back onto the dyno and bash the fuel tank plate off from the drive shaft. And I think we finished around midnight. And yeah, it was nearly 5 o'clock Tuesday morning by the time I got home. But so I was wrecked Tuesday, but it was well worth the effort. And I got to thank Paul and Brett and his son, who stayed back all night to do it. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a short video. I just want to finish the series up, so like I said, the future videos will be just all the things that I'm doing, and it's all up to date. I appreciate you guys watching and following the build. Hopefully, some people have learned stuff out of it, and probably some people haven't. But either way, it was just a fun journey, and I hope to do more videos now at the drags and stuff like that, and be a bit more, and and on a dyno be a bit more entertaining than me just sitting here talking to y'all. So, but anyway, that's it for me today. I just want to get this over done with, so all the future videos should be up to date. All right, guys, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, just shoot them off in the comments, and I'll either answer them directly or I'll answer them in the next video. All right, peoples, look after yourself. Thanks. Bye.